Captain J stood on the bridge of the human vessel Harmony's Edge, watching the massive alien ship grow larger on the main screen. 3 years of preparation had led to this moment. First official contact between humanity and the Vialthran Empire. His hands were steady, but his heart beat faster than usual. "Distance to their ship?" he asked. 2 kilometers and closing, replied Wu from the navigation station. The young officer's voice carried just a hint of nervousness. Everyone felt it. This was history in the making. "All stations report ready, Captain," said Hai from security. Her hand rested near her weapon controls, but the weapons remained powered down. This was supposed to be peaceful. The alien ship was beautiful in a terrifying way. It looked like a giant crystal had been carved into the shape of a sword. Blue light pulsed along its edges. The thing was 5 times larger than their ship. "Incoming transmission," announced Dave from communications. "Put it on screen." The view screen flickered and showed the inside of the alien ship. Captain J had seen pictures, but seeing a living Velthran still took his breath away. General Kethvar stood over 3 meters tall. His skin looked like blue crystal that caught light and threw it back in rainbow patterns. He had 4 arms, each ending in hands with 3 long fingers. His face was almost human, but the eyes were larger and completely black. "Human Captain." The alien general spoke in perfect English. "I am General Kethvar of the 3rd Vaelthran Fleet. Welcome to our space." "Thank you, General. I am Captain J of the Earth vessel Harmony's Edge. We are honored to meet you." "The honor is shared. Please bring your delegation to our ship. The ceremony of meeting must be completed properly." Jay nodded. "We will dock in 30 minutes. The screen went dark." Jay turned to his crew. "You all know the drill. Full diplomatic gear. Remember, we represent all of humanity today." 20 minutes later, the human delegation stood in the docking bay. Captain J wore his best uniform. With him were Na from the science department, Tay, who handled alien technology research, and Sun from engineering. All wore standard atmospheric suits with clear helmets, all except Na. She wore the same suit as the others, but her face was covered by a white mask that sealed completely around her nose and mouth. It looked medical, like something a doctor might wear during surgery. "Now, you sure about the mask?" Jay asked quietly. "Orders from Earth Command, Captain. No exceptions." Her voice was muffled but clear. Jay nodded. Earth Command had been very specific about Na's equipment. He didn't like mysteries, but he trusted his superiors. The docking tube connected with a soft thump. Green lights showed a good seal. The alien ship's atmosphere was breathable for humans, according to their tests. "Here we go," Jay said. They walked through the tube and into the alien ship. The corridor was beautiful. The walls seemed to be made of the same crystal material as the ship's hull. Soft blue light came from everywhere and nowhere. 2 alien guards waited for them. They were smaller than the general, but still taller than any human. They wore armor that looked like it was grown rather than made. They carried weapons that hummed with energy. "Follow," one guard said in simple English. They walked through corridors that curved in impossible ways. The artificial gravity felt normal, maybe a little lighter than Earth standard. After 5 minutes, they reached a large room. General Kethvar waited for them with 5 other aliens. The room was circular with a raised platform in the center. The walls showed star maps and what looked like battle formations. "Welcome aboard the Crystal Talon," the general said. He gestured with all 4 arms. "Please come forward." The humans approached the platform. Jay noticed that all the aliens were watching them carefully. This was clearly important to them. "Before we begin our discussions," General Kethvar said, "we must complete the ritual of open truth. All beings present must show their true faces. This is our most sacred tradition for first meetings." Jay nodded. "Of course. We understand the importance of trust." The aliens began removing their helmets and outer equipment. The humans did the same. Jay took off his helmet and breathed the alien air. It smelled clean with a faint metallic taste. Tay and Sun removed their helmets too. The aliens watched with interest as they saw human faces clearly for the first time. But Na kept her mask on. General Kethvar's large black eyes focused on her. "Science Officer Na, you must also show your true face." "I cannot, General," Na said politely. "This is medical equipment. I need it to breathe properly." The alien general's crystal skin seemed to darken. "The ritual of open truth requires all present to show their faces. There can be no hiding between allies." "Na has a medical condition," Captain J said quickly. "The mask is necessary for her health." Medical conditions can be treated, another alien said. This one wore different armor with red markings. Our medical technology is very advanced. Thank you, but it's not that simple, Na replied. The tension in the room grew thick. The alien guards shifted slightly, hands moving closer to their weapons. Jay felt sweat forming on his forehead. General, Jay said carefully, surely we can find another way to show trust and respect. The ritual has been performed by our people for 1,000 years, General Kethavar said. His voice was getting colder. No exceptions have ever been made. To refuse is to declare that you consider us enemies. That's not what we're doing, Jay protested. Then prove it, the general said. He stepped closer to Na. Remove the mask. Na stood perfectly still. I cannot do that, General. Cannot, or will not. Both. The alien general's 4 hands clenched into fists. His crystal skin now glowed with angry red light. You come to our ship demanding trust, yet you hide from us. You ask for alliance while keeping secrets. This is not acceptable. The alien guards raised their weapons slightly, not pointing them yet, but ready. General, please, Jay said. Let us explain. There is nothing to explain. Either she removes the mask or you are all considered hostile agents. Na finally spoke again. Her voice was calm, but Jay heard something in it that made him nervous. General Kethvar, I understand your position. But I must warn you. If I remove this mask, the consequences will be beyond your imagination. Are you threatening us? No, Na said quietly. I am trying to save you. The room fell silent except for the humming of the ship's systems. General Kethvar stared at the small human woman with her covered face. Around them, weapons powered up with high-pitched whines. You have 10 seconds to remove that mask, the general said, or we will remove it for you. Jay felt his heart sink. Everything was falling apart. 3 years of preparation and it was ending in disaster over a medical mask. Na looked at Captain Jay. He saw something in her eyes that he had never seen before. Fear. Not fear of the aliens or their weapons. Fear of something much worse. Captain, she whispered. You need to contact Earth Command now. But there was no time. General Kethavar stepped forward, his forearms reaching toward Na's mask. Stop, Na said. But the alien general was already moving. General Kethavar's crystal hand stopped just inches from Na's mask. Her quiet word had carried such weight that even the powerful alien general hesitated. Stop, he repeated, his voice deep and dangerous. You dare give me orders on my own ship? Na didn't move back. She stood perfectly still as the alien general towered over her. I dare give you a warning that might save your life. The other aliens in the room shifted nervously. Their weapons hummed louder. Captain Jay could see that some of them were confused. The humans had come in peace, but now there was talk of death and danger. Enough games, General Kethavar said. He straightened to his full height, all 4 arms spreading wide. I have shown you respect by allowing you aboard my ship. I have offered you the sacred ritual of our people. You repay this with lies and threats. General, please listen, Captain Jay stepped forward. We are not lying to you. Na's mask is not a weapon or a spy device. It's protective equipment. Protective against what? Demanded the alien with red markings on his armor. Our air is safe for humans. Our tests prove this, Tay spoke up from behind the captain. The mask protects against contamination. You think our ship is contaminated? Another alien spoke, this one with silver markings. This is insulting beyond measure. No, Na said quietly. The mask protects you from contamination. From me. General Kethvar's large black eyes focused on her. Explain this riddle. Na looked at Captain Jay. He saw her asking permission with her eyes. Jay felt sick. The mission briefing had mentioned this possibility, but he had hoped it would never come up. I cannot explain without revealing classified information, Na said. Information that could change how you see humanity forever. We came here for truth, the general said. If you hide the truth from us, then you are our enemies. The alien guards stepped closer. Their weapons were now clearly pointed at the humans. Jay counted 6 aliens total, all armed, all ready to fight. Captain, Hai whispered over the comm system in his ear. I have weapons locked on their ship. Give the word. Stand down, Jay whispered back. No firing unless they fire first. General Kethvar heard the whisper through his own comm device. His crystal skin flared bright red with anger. Your ship threatens mine while you stand on my bridge? He roared. This ends now. He gestured with 2 arms and more guards entered the room. These ones wore heavier armor and carried bigger weapons. They surrounded the humans completely. You will remove that mask, the general said to Na. You will do it now, or my soldiers will do it for you. If they do that, you will regret it for the rest of your very short life, Na said. Her voice was still calm, but there was steel in it now. The general took a step back. Something in her tone made even the mighty Velthran warrior pause. You continue to threaten us, he said slowly. I am trying to warn you, Na replied. There is a difference. Sun stepped forward nervously. General, maybe we could find a compromise. I could explain the situation without removing the mask. There is no compromise in the ritual of open truth, said the alien with silver markings. Face to face or not at all? Then we choose not at all, Captain J said firmly. The room erupted in angry voices. All the aliens started talking at once in their own language. It sounded like crystal bells breaking. General Kethavar raised one hand and they fell silent. Captain J, he said formally, you and your people are now considered hostile agents in Velthran space. You will be detained until our scientists can determine what weapons or diseases you are hiding. We're not hiding weapons, Jay protested. Then prove it. Remove the mask. I've told you we cannot do that. General Kethavar's four hands clenched and unclenched. Jay could see he was struggling with something. The alien general was used to being obeyed, but he was also smart enough to know that something strange was happening. You say the mask protects us from contamination from her? The general said slowly. What kind of contamination? Na looked at the captain again. This time he nodded slightly. Biological contamination, she said. I carry organisms that would be lethal to your species. The alien stepped back as one. Even the guards lowered their weapons slightly. Disease? Asked the silver-marked alien. Not disease, Na said. Worse than disease. Biological warfare. General Kethavar's voice was now very quiet. Not warfare, Tay said. Evolution. The word hung in the air like a bomb waiting to explode. The aliens looked at each other with confusion and growing fear. Explain, the general commanded. I cannot explain without revealing secrets that Earth Command ordered us to protect, I said. Then Earth Command has made you all enemies of the Velthran Empire, the general replied. He turned to his guards and spoke in their language. They raised their weapons again and moved into attack positions. Wait, Captain J said desperately. Give us a moment to contact our superiors. Maybe they will allow us to explain. You have had your moments, General Kethavar said. The time for talk is over. He looked directly at Na. I will give you one final choice, human. Remove that mask voluntarily, or I will remove it myself. If you are hiding biological weapons, we will find them. If you are hiding some deformity or sickness, we will treat it. But you will not hide from us any longer. Na stood very still. Around her, alien weapons hummed with deadly energy. Behind her, her human companions waited for her decision. If I remove this mask, she said quietly, everyone in this room will die within hours. Everyone on this ship will die within days. The contamination will spread to your homeworlds. Your entire species could be extinct within a year. The alien stared at her in shock and disbelief. You're lying, said the red-marked alien. No single organism could do that. She's not talking about a single organism, Tay said quietly. General Kethavar's crystal skin was now pulsing with nervous energy. Red and blue lights chased each other across his face. What are humans? He asked, and for the first time his voice sounded afraid. We are the survivors, Na said simply. Survivors of what? Everything. The general stood frozen, trying to understand what he was hearing. Around him, his guards waited for orders. Their weapons were ready, but their faces showed confusion and fear. I don't believe you, the general said finally, but his voice lacked conviction. Then remove my mask and find out, Na said. But when you do, remember that I tried to warn you. General Kethavar reached out with his primary hand again. This time he moved slowly, giving Na time to stop him. She didn't move. You would let me kill my own people to prove a point? He asked. I would let you make your own choice, she replied. We came here in peace. We came here with protection already in place. We came here hoping you would trust us without needing to know why. But you will not trust us with the truth. The truth is more dangerous than you can imagine, and the alien general's hand hovered just above her mask. One quick movement and the mystery would be solved. But something in Na's eyes made him hesitate. Captain, she said to Jay without taking her eyes off the general, send the message to Earth Command. Tell them the situation has escalated to Code 7. Jay's face went pale. Code 7 was something he had hoped never to hear. General Kethvar saw the captain's reaction. What is Code 7? The end of everything, Jay said quietly. The alien general's hand trembled as he reached for the mask that would change the galaxy forever. General Kethvar's hand stopped just millimeters from Na's mask. The white material looked so simple, so innocent. How could something so small cause the end of everything? Code 7, he repeated slowly. What does this mean? Captain Jay was speaking quietly into his comm device, sending the emergency message to Earth Command. His words were too soft for the aliens to hear, but his face showed pure terror. It means, Na said, still not moving away from the general's hand, that we have reached the point where I must tell you the truth, even though the truth will change everything between our species forever. The alien general pulled his hand back slightly. Speak this truth. Na looked around the room at all the aliens watching her. Guards, officers, scientists, all of them focused on her small form. General, how much do you know about human history? Very little. Your species is young compared to ours. Young, yes, but we have lived through things that would destroy most species. Na's voice was steady, but there was sadness in it. We come from a world that has tried to kill us for millions of years. The silver-marked alien stepped forward. All worlds challenge their children. This is how evolution works. Not like Earth, Tay said. He moved to stand beside Na. Our world doesn't just challenge us. It creates weapons specifically designed to end life. What kind of weapons? Asked General Kethvar. Biological weapons, Na replied. Plagues, diseases, viruses that can wipe out entire continents, bacteria that can eat through any defense, parasites that can control minds. The aliens looked at each other nervously. The red-marked alien spoke up. And humans survived these weapons? We didn't just survive them, Na said quietly. We adapted to them. We made them part of us. General Kethvar's crystal skin flickered with confused colors. I don't understand. Sun stepped forward to help explain. General, imagine a species that has been fighting the most deadly diseases in the galaxy for millions of years. What would that species become? Immune to disease, the general said slowly. More than immune, Na said. We became carriers. Every human carries thousands of microorganisms that are harmless to us but deadly to other life forms. The room fell silent except for the humming of the ship's systems. The aliens stared at the humans with growing horror. You're saying that you are walking biological weapons? The silver-marked alien asked. We're saying that we are the result of surviving walking biological weapons, Tay corrected. We carry the genetic memory of every plague, every virus, every deadly organism that Earth ever created. General Kethvar took a step back. And this mask contains filters and neutralizers that prevent my breath from contaminating your air, Na finished. Every time I breathe out, I release organisms that would kill every living thing on this ship. The alien guards raised their weapons again, but now they looked afraid of the humans instead of angry at them. You brought weapons aboard my ship, the general accused. We brought ourselves aboard your ship, Captain Jay said, and we brought protection so that our presence wouldn't kill you. The masks, the suits, all of it, Na continued, are designed to contain what we are. Not to hide from you, but to protect you from us. General Kethvar was now glowing with rapid flashes of different colors. His people's equivalent of panic. How is this possible? He demanded. How can a species evolve to be so deadly? By living on a world that tried to kill us every day for millions of years, Sun said. A world where the very air could carry death. Where the water could dissolve flesh. Where plants created poisons that could stop hearts with a single touch. Earth is a death world, Tay added. What you would consider the most hostile environment in the galaxy we call home. The alien with red markings shook his head. No world could be that hostile and still support life. Our world doesn't support life, Na said. It wages war against life, and we won that war by becoming something that no other species has ever become. What? General Kethvar asked, though he looked like he didn't want to know the answer. Apex predators of the biological realm. Na said simply, we don't just eat other species. We absorb their biological defenses and turn them into weapons. The aliens were now backing away from the humans. Even the heavily armed guards looked ready to run. You're lying, the silver-marked alien said, but his voice shook. This is impossible, Captain Jay's comm device beeped. He listened for a moment, then looked up with a grim expression. Earth Command has authorized full disclosure, he announced. Na nodded. Then I can show you the truth. She reached toward her mask. No. General Kethver shouted, throwing all four arms up. Don't remove it. Na stopped with her fingers touching the edge of the mask. General, a minute ago you were demanding that I remove it. That was before I understood what you are, he said. His voice was barely a whisper. We are what we have always been, Na said gently. The only difference is that now you know. The general looked around at his people. All of them were staring at the humans like they were looking at demons. How many of you are there? He asked. 12 billion on Earth, Captain J said. And colonies spreading to other worlds. All of you? All of you are like this? Every human carries the same biological heritage, Tay confirmed. We are all children of a world that taught us to survive anything. General Kethvar sat down heavily on the nearest chair. For a moment he looked very old and very tired. We thought we were meeting a young species seeking alliance, he said. Instead we have met death itself, finished the red-marked alien. No, Na said firmly. You have met a species that conquered death. There is a difference. What difference? Na finally removed her hand from her mask. The difference is choice. We could have come to your worlds without masks. We could have breathed freely and watched your people die. We could have taken your empire without firing a single shot. The alien stared at her. But we didn't, she continued. We came with protection. We came with warnings. We came seeking peace, not conquest. Because you already own the galaxy, General Kethvar said. You don't need to conquer us. You just need to breathe on us and we die. Yes, Na said simply. But we choose not to. The alien general looked up at her. Why? Because survival without purpose is not living, she replied. We survived everything our world could throw at us. Now we want to find out what comes after survival. What comes after survival? Na smiled behind her mask. Community, art, science, friendship, all the things that make life worth living instead of just worth surviving. General Kethvar stood up slowly. He looked at Na with what might have been respect. You could rule the galaxy, he said. We could, she agreed, but we would rather share it. And if we refuse to share? If we try to fight you? Na's expression became sad. Then you will learn why Earth is called a death world, and why humans are the only species ever to survive there. The alien general reached toward her mask one more time, but now his movement was different. Not threatening, but almost reverent. May I? He asked quietly. Na nodded. His crystal hand touched the white mask gently. Such a small thing to hold back the end of worlds. The smallest things often carry the greatest power, she said. General Kethvar stepped back and looked at all the humans. When he spoke again, his voice carried a new tone. Not fear, not anger, but awe. What do you want from us? Captain J stepped forward. The same thing we wanted when we came aboard. To talk, to learn about each other, to find ways our species can coexist. Coexist with death itself, the general murmured. Coexist with life that refused to die. Na corrected. There is still a difference. The alien general stood in shock, trying to process what he had learned. Around him, his people waited for orders that might determine the fate of their entire species. General Kethvar stared at the small human woman with her white mask. His mind struggled to accept what he had heard. Around him, his officers and guards waited in tense silence. I need to understand, he said finally. Explain to me exactly what you are. Na looked at Captain J, who nodded. Dr. Kyung, please join us, Jay said into his comm device. A few moments later, another human entered the room. She was older than the others, with gray hair and kind eyes. She wore the same type of mask as Na. This is Dr. Kyung, our chief medical officer, Captain J said. She can explain the science behind what we are telling you. Dr. Kyung bowed slightly to General Kethvar. General, may I use your display screens? The alien general gestured to the wall displays. Show me. Dr. Kyung pulled out a small device and connected it to the alien systems. Images appeared on the screens. Pictures of Earth, but not the beautiful blue planet that most species imagined. These images showed a world of volcanic explosions, poisonous gases, and deadly storms. This is Earth 4 billion years ago, Dr. Kyung began. A world where the very air was poison to most forms of life. The images changed, showing microscopic organisms floating in toxic oceans. But life found a way. It always does. The first living things on Earth learned to eat poison and breathe toxic gases. They turn death into food. General Kethvar leaned forward, studying the images. These are your ancestors? The ancestors of all Earth life, Dr. Kyung confirmed. But as Earth changed, life changed with it. New poisons appeared, new diseases, new ways to die. The screens now showed evolution in fast forward. Simple organisms becoming more complex, but always in response to new threats. Every few million years, something happened on Earth that should have ended all life. Dr. Kyung continued. Asteroid impacts, volcanic eruptions that lasted for centuries, ice ages that froze the oceans, and plagues. She paused on an image of virus particles. Plagues that could kill 99% of all living things. But life survived, the silver-marked alien said. 1% survived, Dr. Kyung corrected. And that 1% was always the strongest, the most adaptable, the most resistant to death. The images showed the rise of complex life. Plants, animals, and finally early humans. By the time humans evolved, Earth had been a biological warfare testing ground for 4 billion years, Dr. Kyung said. Every organism that survived carried the genetic memory of every plague, every poison, every biological weapon that Earth had ever created. General Kethvar's crystal skin was flickering with nervous energy. And humans inherited all of this? Humans are the final product of this process, Na said. We carry the genetic information of every species that ever lived on Earth. Every defense mechanism. Every biological weapon, Dr. Kyung changed the display to show human DNA. It was incredibly complex compared to alien genetic structures. A typical alien species has genetic material from maybe a few 100,000 years of evolution, she explained. Human genetic material contains information from 4 billion years of biological warfare. Impossible, breathed the red-marked alien. No organism could carry that much genetic information. No normal organism could, Dr. Kyung agreed. But humans aren't normal. We're the product of a world that refused to let anything be normal. She highlighted sections of the DNA display. These sequences contain information for producing toxins that can dissolve metal. These contain viruses that can rewrite alien nervous systems. These contain bacteria that can eat through any known material. The alien stared at the display in horror. You're saying that every human is a biological weapons factory? General Kethvar asked. We're saying that every human is a living library of every biological weapon that Earth ever created. Na corrected. Most of them are dormant. Our immune systems keep them in check. Most of them, the silver-marked alien caught the key word. About 20% are active at any given time, Dr. Kyung said matter-of-factly. These are the ones we breathe out with every breath. She changed the display to show microscopic organisms floating in the air around humans. Every time a human exhales, we release approximately 50,000 different microorganisms into the air. To us, they're harmless. They're part of our natural biological ecosystem. And to us? General Kethvar asked, though he looked like he didn't want to know. To your species, they would be instantly fatal. Dr. Kyung said gently, your immune systems have no defense against organisms that evolved to survive on Earth. Captain J stepped forward. This is why we need the masks, General. Not to hide from you, but to protect you from what we naturally carry. The alien general was quiet for a long moment. When he spoke, his voice was very soft. How long would it take? If Na removed her mask right now? Dr. Kyung consulted her device. Based on your biology, I estimate 6 to 8 hours before the first symptoms. 12 hours before organ failure begins. 24 hours before brain death. And the contamination would spread? Through your air recycling systems, yes. The entire ship would be infected within 6 hours. Anyone who came aboard afterward would also be infected. And our homeworlds? Dr. Kyung's expression became very sad. Ships returning home would carry the contamination. It would spread through your population centers. Without immediate intervention, your entire species could be extinct within 1 year. The room fell into absolute silence. Even the ship's systems seemed to hum more quietly. One human, General Kethvar said slowly, one human could destroy our entire civilization by simply breathing. One human breathing without protection, yes, Na confirmed. How many humans know this? The red-marked alien asked. All of us, Captain J said. It's basic biology education on Earth. And yet you came here anyway, the general said. We came here with protection, Na said. Every human who leaves Earth undergoes months of training on contamination protocols. We learn how to interact with alien species safely. You, learn how not to kill us accidentally, the silver-marked alien said. Yes, General Kethver stood up and walked to the display showing human DNA. He stared at it for a long time. We thought we were the advanced species, he said finally. We have faster ships, better weapons, larger territory. You are advanced, Dr. Kyung said. Your technology is far superior to ours in many ways. But you could end us with a cough. We could, Na said. But we choose not to. The general turned back to face the humans. Why not just take what you want? Why come here asking for alliance when you could simply take our worlds? Because taking something by force doesn't make it yours, Captain J said. It just makes you a conqueror. And we didn't survive 4 billion years of evolution just to become conquerors, Na added. We survived to become something better. What could be better than ultimate power? Na smiled behind her mask. Ultimate responsibility. General Kethvar stared at her. You consider yourselves responsible for us? We consider ourselves responsible for what our presence might do to you, she corrected. That's why we came with protection. That's why we warn you before removing our masks. That's why we ask for alliance instead of simply taking what we want. And if we say no to this alliance? The humans looked at each other. It was Tay who finally answered. Then we go home. We leave you alone. We respect your choice. Even though you could force us to agree, especially because we could force you to agree, Na said. Anyone can take what they want by force. Only civilized species choose not to. General Kethavar looked around at his officers. They all looked back at him with expressions of shock and fear. And if we attack you? If we try to destroy you because of what you are? Captain J's expression became very serious. Then you will learn why humans are the only species ever to survive on a death world. And why we would prefer that lesson never needs to be taught. The alien general nodded slowly. He was beginning to understand the true position of his people. They weren't negotiating with equals. They were being offered mercy by gods who had chosen to be mortal. I need to contact my government, he said. Of course, Captain J said. Take all the time you need. Will you wait here? We'll wait wherever you feel is safest for your people, Na said. We understand that our presence, even with protection, makes you uncomfortable. General Kethvar looked at the masked human woman. Uncomfortable is not the right word. What is the right word? Humbled, he said quietly. I feel humbled. General Kethvar spent 3 hours in communication with the Valthran High Council. The humans waited patiently in a separate room, their masks and suits still in place. Through the ship's internal monitors, the alien crew watched them with a mixture of fear and fascination. When the general finally returned, his crystal skin showed colors the humans had never seen before. Deep purples and golds that seemed to indicate profound thought. My government has made a decision, he announced. Captain J stood up. We're ready to hear it. They want proof, the general said. They want to see evidence of what you claim humans can do. Nod tilted her head. What kind of evidence? They want you to remove your mask. The room fell silent. The other humans stared at General Kethvar in shock. General, Captain J said carefully, we've explained what would happen. Yes, and my government understands, but they need to see the truth for themselves. You're asking us to kill your people to prove a point? Dr. Kyung asked. General Kethavar's skin flickered with nervous energy. We have prepared a controlled test, a sealed chamber with volunteers. If what you say is true, we will see the effects quickly. And if what we say is true, those volunteers will die, Na said quietly. They have accepted this possibility. They are warriors who choose to die for knowledge that could save our species. Captain J shook his head. We won't kill people to prove what we are. Then how can we believe you? It was Na who answered. General, there is another way. She walked to the center of the room. Everyone watched her carefully. What you don't know, she said, is that we came prepared for this possibility. Prepared how? The general asked. Dr. Kyung, please explain the protection protocol. Dr. Kyung stepped forward with her medical scanner. General, when we docked with your ship, we immediately began dispersing protective compounds through your air recycling system. The aliens stepped back in alarm. Protective compounds? General Kethavar demanded. Neutralizing agents, Dr. Kyung explained. Designed to bind with and neutralize the biological agents that humans naturally carry. You contaminated our ship? We protected your ship, Captain J corrected. Every breath you've taken for the past 4 hours has included protective agents that would save your life. If a human accidentally breathed on you, General Kethvar's 4 hands clenched into fists. You drugged us without permission? We protected you without asking, Na said. Because we knew this moment might come. What moment? Na reached up and began to unfasten her mask. The moment when you would need to see the truth. Stop, the general shouted. Even with protection, the risk. There is no risk now, Dr. Kyung said, checking her scanner. The protective agents are at full effectiveness. I could breathe freely in this room for several hours without danger to anyone. Na paused with her hands on her mask. General, this is what we came here to show you. Not our power to destroy, but our choice to protect. I don't understand. We could have come to your worlds without any protection. Captain J explained. We could have landed our ships, opened our doors, and breathed your air. Within a year, every alien species in the galaxy would be extinct. But we didn't, Tay added. We developed protection for you before we ever left Earth. Protection for us? The silver-marked alien asked. Vaccines, neutralizing agents, biological shields, Dr. Kyung listed. We spent 50 years developing ways to safely interact with alien species before we ever attempted contact. Na slowly removed her mask. For the first time, the alien saw her full face. She was young, with kind eyes and a gentle smile. This is what humanity chose, she said, breathing freely. We chose to be protectors instead of conquerors. General Kethvar stared at her uncovered face. You're breathing our air, and you're breathing mine, she replied. But you're safe because we made you safe. The alien general's scanner began beeping frantically. It detected the biological agents that Na was breathing out, but also detected the protective compounds neutralizing them in real time. Incredible, whispered the red-marked alien. You're actually doing it. You're breathing death and we're living through it. I'm breathing life, Na corrected. What you call death, we call the normal biological ecosystem of Earth. The protection makes it possible for us to share the same air without harm. General Kethvar slowly approached Na. For the first time, he could see her full expression, the humanity in her eyes. Why? He asked. Why go to such lengths to protect species you'd never met? Because survival isn't enough, she said. We survived everything our world could throw at us. Now we want to find out what comes after survival. And what comes after survival? Na smiled. Community, learning, growth, art, science, all the things that make life worth living instead of just worth surviving. But you could rule the galaxy. We could, she agreed. But we would rather join it. General Kethvar reached out with one hand and touched the air near Na's face. His scanner showed deadly organisms all around her, held in check by the protective compounds his people had been breathing for hours. How long? He asked. How long what? How long can the protection last? Dr. Kyung checked her readings. With the current level of neutralizing agents indefinitely, we can maintain safe interaction between our species as long as needed. And if we choose not to interact, if we ask you to leave, then we leave, Captain J said simply. And we make sure the protection remains in place until all traces of human biological material are gone from your space. You would give up the advantage? We would respect your choice, Na said. That's what allies do. General Kethvar was quiet for a long moment. He looked around at his officers who were staring at Na with wonder instead of fear. And if we choose alliance, then we share knowledge, Captain J said. We trade technology. We explore the galaxy together. We learn from each other. As equals, as partners, Na corrected. We may be biologically dangerous, but you have knowledge and experiences we need. Your technology, your art, your perspectives on life that we've never considered. What could we possibly offer to beings who could destroy us with a breath? Na's smile widened. You could show us how to live instead of just survive. You could teach us what it means to exist without fear. You could help us become better than what evolution made us. General Kethvar knelt down, bringing his large frame closer to Na's height. You're asking us to help you become more human? We're asking you to help us become more than human, she replied. The alien general looked into her eyes for a long moment. Then he did something that shocked everyone in the room. He removed his own breathing apparatus, the crystalline filter that all Valthrans wore in alien environments. If you can breathe my air safely, he said, then I can breathe yours. Na reached out and gently touched his crystal hand. Welcome to the future, General. For the first time since the humans had arrived, General Kethvar smiled. It was a strange expression on his alien features, but unmistakably joyful. "I need to contact my government again," he said. "Good news this time?" Captain J asked. "The best news," the general replied. "I need to tell them that we are no longer alone in the galaxy. We have found gods who choose to be friends." Na shook her head. "Not gods, General. Just neighbors who learned how to share." Engineer Yoon powered down the final containment systems while Dr. Jin began administering permanent immunization protocols to the Valthran crew. Around them, humans and aliens worked together for the first time, breathing the same air, sharing the same space. General Kethvar stood at the observation window, watching human and Valthran engineers collaborate on upgrading his ship's biological filters. The technology would allow safe interaction between the species anywhere in the galaxy. "Nah," he said as she joined him at the window. "Yes, General? What happens now?" She looked out at the stars beyond the window. "Now we find out what the galaxy looks like when the most dangerous species in it chooses to protect everyone else. And if other species fear us as we feared you, then we show them the same thing we showed you, that power without compassion is just destruction, but power with compassion can build something beautiful." General Kethavar nodded slowly. "The galaxy will never be the same." "No," Na agreed, breathing freely beside him. "It will be better." Outside the window, human and alien ships began the first joint patrol in galactic history, protecting a universe that had learned the difference between conquest and cooperation. The most dangerous species in the galaxy had chosen to be its guardians, and the universe would flourish under their protection. The age of survival was over. The age of living had begun.